Hey guys, Virgin Vinyl with you again, continuing the journey from vinyl newbie to full-blown vinyl junkie and spending way too much money in the process. This is a couple of guys I've already spoken about a few times on this channel because they are two of my favorite guitarists, and they're joined by another legend of the guitar, and that is, of course, Al MEOLA, John McLaughlin, and PACO de Lucia. I'm not sure how the correct pronunciation is. I always just said Paco de Lucia, but I think it's de Lucia or something. The Spanish among you can correct me. Friday night in San Francisco. This is the live album, and it's one of the biggest selling jazz, I guess you could call it, albums of all time. And it's made a lot of money for all three guys, and it's absolutely iconic. Now, these guys, the three of them, you've got basically Al MEOLA, who is, Al and John McLaughlin are basically, two of the greatest guitarists to ever live, and basically completely changed the game when it came to electric guitar playing. And Paco de Lucia was, probably across the board, maybe a little bit less influential than the other two guys, but in the flamenco world of playing, absolutely revolutionary, and was upsetting the old guard at the time, very much so, and really bringing something new to the table. And it was like a masterstroke to get all three of these guys together, because they really, all three of them have an incredible sense of rhythm, an incredible fluidity with their soloing, but all very unique. And the way they approach each of these compositions is really interesting, because you see how three masters of their instruments approach the same piece of music with a really three different perspectives. I think though, as wonderful as this is, the actual recording of it isn't that great. And also, like, the first track, it's only Al and Paco, and the second track is John and Al without Paco, and then the second one is John and Paco. Then you've got the three of them together, and then the three of them together again. So like, not every track on here is the three of them together, and that's a bit of a bummer. And also, I think that the album that they did in the studio together, the three of them, what's it called? Passion, Grace, and Fire? Is that the name? I had it on CD. I'd love to get a copy on vinyl. I think that's, the problem with this is that at times, like, the first track seems to be recorded quite well, but then later on, as the record progresses, it gets quite muddy and distant sounding. Like, it doesn't sound like they're using the close mics or something, like you're using room mics or something to pick up the sound. And so you can't, like, it's a bit muddy sometimes trying to hear what exactly is going on there. But that being said, I mean, the solo that Al plays on the Mediterranean Sundance, that first track, is just mind-blowing. I mean, he does this extended run that goes over, like, I don't know, it feels like it goes, the run itself, this lick, it goes over like maybe like 8 bars or something. Like, it just keeps getting faster and more intense, and it just is mind-blowing. Like, every time you think that the run is about to end, because he's playing so ferociously, it keeps going, and it's incredible. And it's not like it's not like he's playing a melody. He's playing like he's soloing. I mean, it's incredible. It's really incredible. I think Al is the one who really shines here. Even though John McLaughlin is my favorite guitarist, I think on this record Al is really the star of the show, and I mean, he is playing his ass off at this period of time. I think this is before he starts putting all those like chorusy effects on his acoustic guitar, which I fucking hate that he does that. And he seems to be really in love with it. He's still doing it to this day. He's been doing it for like 20 years now. And I don't know why. It sounds like shit. Al, if you're watching this, dude, you don't need those effects, man. Your tone, your hand tone off the acoustic guitar is immaculate and incredible. It's one of the greatest tones ever. Your natural acoustic tone. But he seems to really like it. It's got that kind of wet sound, you know. It's like kind of chorusy and it has that sort of wet on the back of the sound, you know. It's I don't like it. But he seems to really love it. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with these guys because, you know, they did some other recordings, and actually recently the Saturday night of this came out, and it's actually really good. And I recommend, if you like this, and if you like these guys, you should definitely check it out at least, or if not, pick it up. I think it's very good. It might be even recorded, or maybe it's mixed better than this. Although I haven't heard it on vinyl, I've only heard it digitally. So it'll be interesting to see how it sounds played through speakers. But I think if you really want the best of these guys, you get Passion, Grace and Fire. I think it's got the best recording. You can hear everybody clearly, and yeah, I think it's them at their peak. You know, when you get three guys of this caliber together, you know, there's always gonna eventually be some friction there because, you know, all three of these guys are leaders, and you know, it's hard to put three leaders together, and you know, they're sort of, there was a bit of an age gap there between John and PACO especially, and Al, and yeah, like eventually, like I think they didn't like fall out to the point where they hate each other. I think they're all still on good terms and stuff like that. But they realized that they couldn't really work together. I think they were starting to drive each other a little bit crazy, and were smart enough to put an end to it before anything got too irreconcilable. But you know, if you're looking for, excuse me, I'm a bit croaky today. If you love acoustic guitar and you love acoustic guitar fireworks, you know, this is the place to come. You know, because you know, this album is both chill and super exciting at the same time, because they're just pushing the acoustic guitar as far as it can go, really. I mean, in three sort of different directions, but it all works together really well. So that's what's so cool about it. I think that, like, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like, I've had plenty of other sort of guitar albums and guitar, like, just solo guitar stuff, and you know, like, quite often it can get quite tedious. But you know, when you've got guys at this caliber with Al and John and PACO, all extremely exciting and fiery players, and then you've got the three of them feeding off each other and pushing each other and sort of challenging each other, it really creates something really exciting. There's the guys there on the back. Not looking dated at all. Look at that. I mean, what the fuck? I love it though. I love it. It's so fucking cool. Yeah, my heroes. I love it. So when I laugh at them, don't get offended, guys. I love these guys. I fucking love them. Anyway, I think that'll do. Let me know what's your favorite album from this trio, and what you think about it, and if you agree with me that that the Passion, Grace and Fire is a better recording than this. That being said, I do love this, so don't get me wrong. And I was really happy when I saw it in the shop, and when I played it, tested it in the shop because it's secondhand and it was pretty crackly, and I was like, I almost didn't buy it, but I told the guy, man, can you give this record a clean for me? And he cleaned it, you know, in the shop, and it sounded way better afterwards. So yeah, I took it. 70 shekels is a pretty good deal from Beatnik Records here in Tel Aviv, which is a really good record shop. And if you live here in Israel, I would definitely go and check it out because it's great. They got some good stuff there. Anyway, guys, that's it for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hit subscribe.